What are the biggest names in EV? You'll guess the easy ones, of course, like Tesla or BYD. Those are car makers, though. What about the units that power those cars? I'm talking about batteries. It's equally important, if not more.
What if the dead batteries we toss aside could be brought back to life, stronger, longer lasting, and more powerful than ever? In a world racing toward electric dominance, one unexpected breakthrough has shaken the very foundation of energy storage. At the heart of this discovery is the most advanced artificial intelligence on the planet, tasked with solving one of the biggest technological limitations of our time. And what it found? A shockingly simple, unbelievably cheap solution that could change the future of energy forever. How did AI crack the code where scientists struggled for decades? And more importantly, why isn't the world talking about this yet? Stay tuned, because what you're about to discover could disrupt the battery industry as we know it. The lithium battery waste crisis. Lithium-ion batteries are an essential part of modern technology, powering everything from electric vehicles to energy storage systems. However, as these batteries age and degrade, a major issue arises. What happens to them when they are no longer considered useful? While some people believe that dead batteries are simply thrown away or discarded, the reality is more complex. Large-scale battery waste is a growing concern as millions of used lithium batteries accumulate each year, raising questions about disposal, recycling, and environmental impact. One of the main issues with battery waste is the loss of usable lithium over time. As lithium ions cycle through the battery, some become trapped in deposits known as dead lithium, gradually reducing the battery's ability to hold a charge. When a battery's capacity falls below 80% of its original efficiency, many consider it unusable even though it still retains a significant amount of energy. This perception leads to premature disposal, increasing electronic waste and adding to the global pollution crisis. While recycling does recover some battery materials, it is not a perfect solution. Certain components, such as plastic casings and some chemical elements, are difficult to reclaim and often end up in landfills. Improper disposal of lithium batteries leads to serious environmental consequences. When disposed of wrongly, batteries pollute the soil and water with toxic chemical leakages. Besides, lithium extraction is a resource and environmentally intensive. Hence, there is a need for extending the life of the already existing batteries, instead of repeated mining of fresh materials. With the fast upsurging rate of electric vehicles as well, as pair in use to large-scale energy storage projects that will increase the number of Li-ion used batteries further in the near future, this situation is bound to escalate further. Lithium-ion batteries are quite flammable and can cause disastrous fires when punctured and mishandled, as observed in landfill and recycling facility accidents. Despite various attempts at recycling, only a tiny fraction of lithium batteries is recycled because of exorbitant prices, logistical complexities, and difficulties related to the extraction of valuable materials. Given the growth in lithium device usage, battery waste recycling methods, second life use, and sustainability in design must become ever more critical. But what if the real problem isn't just battery waste? What if the very way batteries break down is the key to solving this crisis? The science of battery degradation. At its core, battery degradation occurs due to the natural wear and tear of lithium-ion cells over time. Most lithium batteries, whether in electric vehicles or energy storage systems, rely on a simple structure consisting of 4 key components: a cathode, an anode, a separator, and an electrolyte filled with lithium ions. During normal operation, lithium ions move between the cathode and the anode, transferring energy in the process. However, with repeated charging and discharging cycles, this movement becomes less efficient, leading to a gradual decline in battery capacity. One major cause of degradation is the formation of dead lithium deposits inside the battery. Over time, some lithium ions fail to return to the electrolyte and instead accumulate as deposits, reducing the available lithium needed for energy transfer. This process directly impacts the battery's efficiency, making it harder for the battery to hold a charge. Additionally, the formation of dendrites, small needle-like structures that grow within the battery, can further contribute to capacity loss and even pose safety risks, such as short circuits. A secondary mechanism of battery degradation is the growth of the solid electrolyte interface (SEI) layer over the surface of the anode. The formation of the SEI layer is the result of chemical interactions between the electrolyte and the anode, which consume active lithium ions from energy transfer processes. The SEI layer grows thicker over the life of the battery, and in the long run, increases the internal resistance while decreasing the performance of the battery due to several charge-discharge cycles. The formation of lithium plating takes place under fast charging conditions and at low temperatures, and metallic lithium is deposited over the anode, which now prevents further ionic flow and enhances dendritic growth that would eventually short-circuit the battery. Additional degradation mechanisms include worsening of the cathode structure, electrolyte breakdown, and mechanical stress due to the constant expansion and contraction during charge cycles, thereby cumulatively contributing to the reduction of cell performance and lifetime. Another prime route for battery degradation, besides the extreme temperatures and cyclic heating and cooling, is thermal stress. Elevated temperatures tend to accelerate the decomposition of the electrolyte and growth of unwanted chemical reactions in the battery, while lower temperatures hinder the movement of lithium ions, causing a tremendous increase in internal resistance, thereby resulting in inefficient charging, which in turn raises the likelihood of lithium plating. In order to deal with thermal stresses, modern battery management systems, BMS, use temperature control through charge rate modulation and cooling systems. Advanced thermal control means, including liquid cooling systems and phase change materials, present promising avenues to increase battery life through optimal temperature maintenance during operation and preventing excess temperature buildup, with the views that certain therapeutic effects can lead to the localized prioritization of battery degradation. A host of literature can be categorized under a therapeutic approach. Battery scientists attempted to have the recharge tube filled with purposely designed molecules that go to the site of failure and replace lithium ions that have been lost, thus greatly extending the lifespan. The discovery has completely demolished the long-held idea that degradation could not be stopped and opened a whole new route to expanding usage and decreasing environmental damage. The more insight we have into the degradation mechanisms, the more relevant will be the provisions we make for the sustainable energy storage and improvement of life for lithium-based technologies. The breakthrough discovery. For years, the common belief was that once a lithium battery's capacity dropped below a certain level, it was essentially useless and had to be recycled or discarded. However, a groundbreaking discovery has changed this perspective entirely. Researchers at Fudan University in China have developed a revolutionary method to restore the lifespan of degraded lithium batteries, offering a second life to what was previously considered waste. By simply injecting a specially designed chemical compound into the battery, scientists found they could rejuvenate old cells and significantly extend their usability. The key to this discovery lies in a molecule called LiSO, LiSO2-CF3, which was identified using artificial intelligence trained on digitized molecular properties. This AI-assisted approach allowed scientists to quickly analyze and test potential chemical solutions, a process that would have taken thousands of years if done manually. LiSO-CF is unique because it dissolves into the battery's existing electrolyte without disrupting its function, making it highly compatible with most commercially available lithium-ion batteries. This means the process can be applied to both NMC, nickel manganese cobalt, and LFP, lithium iron phosphate, battery types, making it a versatile solution for a wide range of applications. Surprisingly simple, the process of rejuvenation administers itself. LiSO-CF is injected just where the active lithium ions of the battery lie, and a gas is released, just small amounts, and the battery is then reactivated for recharging. The expectations were not high at the beginning, but the results were indeed surprising. Batteries originally capable of being recharged 1,100 times can now be recharged an astounding 12,000 times, a whopping 1,000% increase. This new breakthrough can indeed redefine batteries perceived as having completed their life cycles, bringing them close to original functionality, thus hollowing the call to replacement. The potential of such a discovery is really enormous, not just for electronics waste levels, but also for the further savings it would bring to the cost of raw lithium extraction, as well as the severe environmental degradation it entails. Restoring old batteries could even turn electric vehicles and energy storage systems into even more convenient devices because they won't need their expensive battery packs replaced so often. Such advances will change the face of the energy sector in the future by making sustainable battery solutions available and efficient as never before. AI's impact on scientific discovery. Artificial intelligence, AI, has become an essential tool in accelerating scientific breakthroughs, and its role in battery research is no exception. In the case of reviving degraded lithium batteries, AI played a crucial role in identifying the chemical compound that could restore lost lithium ions and extend battery life. Traditionally, testing different molecules for compatibility with battery electrolytes would have taken thousands of years if done manually, requiring researchers to analyze countless chemical interactions one by one. However, AI was able to scan digitized molecular properties rapidly, drastically cutting down the time needed to find a viable solution. One of the main obstacles in this discovery was to find a chemical additive that could actually dissolve in the electrolyte, existing without compromising the functioning of a battery. The main challenge was to train AI algorithms on extremely large data sets of molecular structures, through which researchers could simulate microscopic interaction and predict the effectiveness of various compounds before they actually go through physical tests. Using this process, scientists at Fudan University in China managed to identify a molecule called LiSO-CF, LiSO2-CF3, that matched all the requirements for compatibility and also was relatively inexpensive to manufacture. This AI-driven approach ensured that only the most promising medical candidates were tested in real-life conditions, thus speeding up the research timeline notably. This discovery does more than rejuvenate batteries. It means that AI takes another step in material science and chemistry by automating molecular screening and predictive modeling. Simply put, researchers are able to answer the what-ifs of life much faster. For example, AI was able to identify the solution to degradation in lithium batteries, but optimize the process to operate at maximum efficiency and scalability. Such technology has vast applications throughout other fields in renewable energy, pharmaceuticals, and advanced materials, paving the way for even more great discoveries in the future. The impact of AI holds true in all the marvels of scientific discovery. AI promises to relieve scientists of the bottleneck associated with time-consuming trial-and-error experimentation, letting them focus on fine-tuning and applying solutions instead of hunting for them. And as AI evolves, so too does its capacity to solve problems considered too hard, at least altogether impossible, such as sustainability, energy storage, and climate change. The resurrection of dead lithium batteries stands as a potent example of how machine learning and computational sciences transform the boundaries of possible. Impact of extending battery life. Extending the lifespan of lithium batteries has massive economic implications, particularly for electric vehicle, EV owners, energy storage industries, and battery manufacturers. Currently, EV batteries are among the most expensive components of an electric car, and their eventual replacement represents a significant cost. However, with the discovery that degraded batteries can be rejuvenated by injecting a simple chemical compound, the need for frequent battery replacements could be drastically reduced. This means that instead of replacing an entire battery pack, which can cost thousands of dollars, consumers may be able to restore their existing battery for a fraction of the cost, potentially saving hundreds or even thousands of dollars per vehicle. For large-scale battery applications, such as renewable energy storage systems, this breakthrough could lead to significant cost reductions as well. Countries and companies are investing billions of dollars in massive lithium-ion battery farms to store solar and wind energy. These battery systems are expected to degrade over time, requiring costly replacements. However, with this new technology, these massive energy storage systems could have their lifespans doubled or even tripled, reducing the frequency of costly battery replacements. This could make renewable energy storage more affordable and sustainable, encouraging wider adoption of clean energy solutions. Battery longevity has reduced the manufacturer's new requirements for mining lithium and other costly rare minerals to extract and process. The global supply chain for lithium and other battery materials is extremely volatile, with boom and bust price fluctuations that make an eventual downturn in demand troubling, because it would impact the cost of lithium through the normal cycle of high demand and geopolitical tensions. If fewer new batteries need to be produced, it could stabilize lithium prices and lower production costs for EV manufacturers and battery producers. This landmark development could potentially herald a sea change in economies across the globe, especially from an energy and transport point of view. With projections that electric vehicles will soon start dominating the automotive industry over the next few decades, battery life will ultimately help make electric transportation that much more economically savvy and enticing to the consumer. Similarly, industries with major concentrations of battery utilization, from commercial fleets to grid storage, enjoy lower operational costs. If this battery rejuvenation technology finds wider applications, it could eventually save thousands of millions of dollars a year. Saving such solutions in sustainable energy for governments, corporations, and consumers. Saving billions of dollars is just the beginning. What if this breakthrough also holds the key to solving one of the biggest environmental crises of our time? A second life for batteries. One of the biggest environmental challenges of the modern era is the growing waste from used lithium-ion batteries, which are widely used in electric vehicles, energy storage systems, and electronic devices. As these batteries degrade over time, many assume they must be discarded or recycled. However, not all battery components can be fully recovered during recycling, and some materials, such as plastic casings, end up in landfills or contribute to pollution. The recent discovery that degraded batteries can be rejuvenated with a simple chemical injection offers a game-changing solution, allowing batteries to last significantly longer before needing replacement. This could greatly reduce the number of discarded batteries, helping to alleviate the growing issue of electronic waste. The environmental benefits go hand in hand with extending the useful life of batteries and incentivizing renewable energy storage systems to be more productive. These large battery farms are developed to store renewable energy from solar and wind production, where lithium-ion batteries are used for energy storage. With age, these batteries are wearing out in their ability to store and discharge power, but rejuvenation may be a viable avenue for extending such batteries, which have cost implications in terms of renewable energy storage from these. This, in turn, will give our battery storage technology a fair chance against fossil-based alternatives. Battery rejuvenation renders innumerable environmental benefits and boosts the motivation to make renewable energy storage systems even more viable. These battery installations are meant to store energy from solar and wind energy sources, lithium-ion batteries being the storage medium. The batteries, over time, become unable to store and deliver power. These batteries are now with significant potential to be recharged and rejuvenated to the economic advantage of renewable energy storage. Henceforth, the battery storage technology will get some dignified competition before fossil fuel transition. Moreover, battery rejuvenation will ultimately favor the environment. Lithium batteries are perceived as products with high disposal potential and opportunities for storage energy solutions of extended usage times. Hence, waste will be curtailed, with conservation taking precedence, thus complementing sustainability initiatives of transport and power. The commercialization of battery rejuvenation technologies thus gives us hope of promoting a cleaner and sustainable future while being able to reduce the adverse environmental damage caused by mass battery production and disposal, bolstered by the work we have done on lithium. EVs with ultra-long-lasting batteries. The future of electric vehicles, EVs, is being transformed by the development of ultra-long-lasting batteries, a breakthrough that could redefine the automotive industry. Currently, some of the most advanced EV batteries, such as those from CATL, already offer a 1 million kilometer warranty, meaning they can last longer than many traditional combustion engine vehicles. However, with the recent discovery that degraded batteries can be rejuvenated using a chemical injection, the lifespan of EV batteries could double or even triple, potentially reaching up to 2 or 3 million kilometers. This advancement means that EV batteries may outlast the cars themselves, leading to major shifts in how vehicles are designed, sold, and maintained. One of the most significant impacts of ultra-long-lasting batteries is the drastic reduction in the need for battery replacements, which is one of the biggest concerns for EV owners. Instead of replacing an expensive battery pack after several years, a simple and cost-effective chemical treatment could restore battery performance, extending its usability. Another promising innovation in ultra-long-lasting electric vehicle batteries is the advent of solid-state technology. Featuring a battery that does away with an electrolytic liquid, it uses a solid electrolyte rather than having it between its electrodes. This offers an answer to degradation, overheating, and capacity loss as time goes on, unlike the more traditional lithium-ion batteries. In addition, energy density gains are also said to improve, which translates into having EVs cover greater distances from a single charge. For the battery itself, researchers are also investigating self-healing materials that can fill up microcracks and structural damage, thereby increasing battery usability. These technologies make a significant dent if commercialized for costs incurred in battery replacements and electronic waste, in addition to building a more sustainable future for electric transportation. Fleets would not be the only beneficiaries, but even individual car owners could reap some benefits of that technology. Commercial vehicles like taxis, delivery trucks, and public transportation vehicles clock frequent mileages that are comparatively faster than personal vehicles. Rather than replacing the entire battery pack, there would be options to restore the battery performance, which would result in saving companies huge amounts from maintenance and replacement costs, making EV fleets even more cost-efficient than they are today. This would accelerate electric vehicles' uptake in commercial transport, which would further subtract from centralized fossil uses in the economy. Global sustainable energy storage. Around the world, countries are investing billions of dollars in large-scale battery storage systems to support the transition to renewable energy. As solar and wind power become more dominant, the need for efficient and reliable energy storage solutions has never been greater. Mega battery projects are being built across the globe, allowing renewable energy to be stored and used when needed, reducing dependence on fossil fuels. However, one major challenge has always been the limited lifespan of lithium-ion batteries, which degrade over time and require costly replacements. The recent breakthrough in battery rejuvenation technology offers a game-changing solution that could significantly extend the usability of these massive energy storage systems. By injecting a chemical additive to restore lost lithium, researchers have found a way to double or even triple the lifespan of batteries used in grid storage. This means that instead of replacing entire battery farms every 20 to 30 years, operators could extend their life cycles for several more decades with minimal cost. This development is crucial because the scale of battery deployment needed to support a fully renewable energy grid is massive, and the ability to restore old batteries rather than replace them could save governments and energy companies billions of dollars. Additionally, this would reduce the environmental footprint of battery production, as fewer new batteries would need to be manufactured. One of the biggest advantages of extended-use batteries in energy storage is the potential for cheaper and rather easier access to renewable energy. The aforementioned countries, which are majorly using fossil fuels, bring up arguments of the expensive battery storage as an exemption to justify delaying the transition to clean energy. Longer lifetime rechargeable batteries would reduce the major costs in renewable energy systems, thus favoring solar and wind power regarding being more competitive against conventionally used energy. This particular breakthrough might expedite the global transition towards such working energy systems, facilitating a faster exit from coal, oil, and gas by these nations. The overarching consequence of battery rejuvenation technology entails price slashing. It has come to have implications for altering global energy infrastructure. It is imperative for longer-term sustainability to ensure that energy storage systems will be manufactured and engineered with longevity in mind, since countries are currently investing in massive renewable energy projects. Besides, through repurposing into grid storage solutions, retired EV batteries stand to lend much-needed strength to the clean energy movement, while further extending the long-standing storage option. Battery life extension technology thus takes the global battleground against carbon emissions, electronic waste, and utility disaster resilience. Challenges and potential risks. While the discovery of battery rejuvenation through chemical injection is groundbreaking, several challenges and potential risks must be addressed before it can be widely implemented. One of the main concerns is ensuring that the rejuvenation process is safe and reliable across different types of lithium-ion batteries. Batteries vary in their chemical compositions, and while the LiSO-CF, LiSO2-CF3 molecule has been shown to work with common battery types like NMC, nickel manganese cobalt, and LFP, lithium iron phosphate, further testing is needed to confirm its effectiveness across all commercially available battery technologies. Ensuring universal compatibility will be critical for large-scale adoption. Another significant challenge is preventing unintended chemical reactions inside the battery. The injected molecule must dissolve in the electrolyte without disrupting other materials inside the battery, as any instability could lead to safety risks such as overheating, swelling, or even short-circuiting. Additionally, because the rejuvenation process releases a small amount of gas, researchers must ensure that this does not lead to dangerous pressure buildup inside battery cells. Without proper safeguards, there is a possibility that some rejuvenated batteries may become unstable over time, raising concerns about long-term safety and reliability. Logistical hurdles for battery rejuvenation arise in terms of manufacture and regulation when the process is scaled up. The EV manufacturers, battery producers, and recycling facilities must agree on safe and standardized injection protocols if commercialization is to be achieved. This includes designing hardware, either manual or automated, to inject the rejuvenating compound steadily and reproducibly without causing damage to battery cells. Developing safety standards will require the engagement of regulatory authorities and ensuring that the performance and safety of rejuvenated batteries are the same as that of new ones. Whether and how fast such a technology can transform from laboratory findings into workable applications will depend on overcoming these hurdles. Yet another set of risks surrounding battery rejuvenation is, of course, economics and business. If this technology achieves widespread acceptance, the existing battery industry would potentially find itself disrupted, perhaps benefiting the end user. The battery makers might not be particularly willing to embrace any technology for extending the life of batteries that would shorten the lifespan of their replacements. In addition, governments and businesses putting major investment in battery rejuvenation infrastructure would have to rethink their strategies should battery rejuvenation come up as the more preferred alternative. But whatever disadvantages it has, any potential increase in battery life stands to outweigh these disadvantages. Hence, these other issues would be considered as impediments toward full-scale adoption. The energy density and performance consistency, other than good for battery rejuvenation, are another tough situation. Recovery of lithium ions via some chemical injection adds to battery life of the battery, though it is still uncertain whether power efficiency, charge time, and power delivery of rejuvenated batteries will equal that of new batteries. In most cases of rejuvenated batteries, lithium redistribution is uneven, and thus local degradation may occur or be slowly accelerated to reduce the total capacity over time. Extra rejuvenation cycles may also cause some physical damage to the electrodes, which may compromise long-term battery stability and reliability. This technology must be reassessed by scientists, as rejuvenation is evolving. Whether performance degradation can be avoided after one or more such rejuvenation processes for the technology to remain viable and suitable for real-world applications. Despite these hurdles, one undeniable truth remains: the longer batteries last, the closer we get to a world where fossil fuels are no longer needed at all. The end of fossil fuels. The shift away from fossil fuels has been a long-standing goal for environmentalists, scientists, and policymakers, but one of the biggest hurdles has always been energy storage. While renewable energy sources like solar and wind are becoming more widespread, their full potential has been limited by the ability to store energy efficiently and cost-effectively. Traditional lithium-ion batteries have played a critical role in this transition, but their limited lifespan has meant that frequent replacements were necessary. Now, with the ability to rejuvenate and extend battery life, energy storage can finally become a long-term, scalable solution, removing one of the last remaining barriers to fossil fuel independence. Much of the decline of fossil fuels has been attributed to the decreasing economic competitiveness of coal and oil-based energy systems. Large battery storage projects deploying at a considerable speed offer stable and reliable alternatives to traditional power plants. As interest in energy independence mounts in various countries and corporations, longer-lasting batteries will also support energy security, limiting dependence on often volatile fossil fuel markets. This change is particularly meaningful for the countries that presently depend on oil and gas imports, as they can now store and distribute renewable energy more efficiently, turning energy dependence into energy-induced geopolitical tensions. Beyond energy, sectors heavily dependent on fossil fuels will need to adapt. The transportation, shipping, and manufacturing industries, consumers of oil and gas discussed in history, are now finding their way to electrification and alternative energy options. Companies are finding sustainable energy solutions more viable than ever, with the advent of batteries that are rejuvenating and can last for decades rather than years. This conversion cannot just be termed as environmentally responsible. Rather, it is a case of competitiveness, as companies that fail to adopt long-lived energy storage technologies will be outdone by others investing in efficient and less costly alternatives. The phasing out of fossil fuels is now no longer just pushed by laws and environmental issues. It has become a matter of economic and technical reality. Energy storage innovations are on the brink, where sustainable alternatives have become cheaper, more effective, and more scalable than coal, oil, and gas. Promulgation of the rejuvenated battery technologic framework shall eradicate any strict fossil fuel-powered infrastructure, making this clean energy transition a near set point in the world's energy market. What do you think? Will battery rejuvenation be the key to ending fossil fuels? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video insightful, hit that like button, subscribe for more future-shaping tech updates, and turn on notifications so you never miss out. And don't go anywhere. Watch the next video on your screen right now for more mind-blowing discoveries that are reshaping our world. See you there.